distinguished delegates, officials, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to wish all of you, your families, and all other participants in the textile value chain a very happy and joyous Navratri, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. Today also marks the beginning of the festive season. We'll have Durga Puja, where we will celebrate the 9 forms of goddess Durga. We'll also start the celebrations towards Dasera and then Diwali, Bhai Dooj, the New Year. And I do hope the entire textile sector will once again get the mojo back into the market and flourish in this festival season and the days to come. I'm sure as our young boys and girls celebrate Dandiya Ras in Gujarat, we will see once again the splendor of Indian textiles on display along with the celebrations. And this will set the foundation for glorious times for our industry in the months and years to come. Of course, that doesn't mean COVID is over. We still have to maintain all the COVID protocols. We still have to ensure that we take precautions, get everybody vaccinated. But by and large, I think the economic activity in the country has certainly bounced back. And the world today recognizes that India is a nation on the move. Today is also a very auspicious day when Prime Minister Narendra Modi has completed 20 years of selfless public service as the head of an elected government, continuously, without break, first as Chief Minister of Gujarat and now as Prime Minister of India for the last 7.5 years. He has emerged as a leader who can work every single day through the years without a break. And I think the country today looks up to him with the confidence that Modi hai to mumkin hai. He has set a new benchmark of developmental politics, politics of service, which I think the whole world is recognizing, appreciating, and every Indian is himself or herself experiencing. It is now incumbent upon all of us, 135 crore Indians, to work collectively. हम सबका प्रयास साथ में जोड़ के इस देश को आगे लेके जाना है. Today, 7th of October, is also the World Cotton Day. And I recall that last year on this day, the Kasturi brand was launched from India. So in some sense, it's a culmination of several very milestone and important days, which is all falling on the 7th of October 2021. Therefore, I think this interaction that you have set up is truly very, very appropriate. And I would like to compliment the organizers for putting together this wonderful set of panels and the sessions on several subjects that you have organized today. In fact, we can call this day as the day where we are marking the talent, tradition, and tenacity of our cotton farmers. We also celebrate a sustainable future and a value chain which enjoys unmatched trade legacy. I think there's no better time to laud the legacy of cotton than today, when the nation is celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Cotton is more than just a fiber. In fact, cotton has been an integral part of Indian culture, our way of life, and our traditions. It finds roots in our very civilization. One can say India wove its freedom from cotton, and today India stands committed to weave a prosperous future for every citizen of this country through the collective effort of all our countrymen. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, or Sabka Prayas. I think no better mool mantra than this, which encompasses the collective efforts with the trust that we have shown to the world as a trusted partner, and taking along the entire country, we can truly transform the future of every Indian. Cotton, ladies and gentlemen, brings vibrancy, variety, and value to the textiles production basket. From blue jeans to shoestrings, cotton has defined style and status in our society. Cotton is truly sustainable both for the ecology and for the economy. Khadi, which Mahatma Gandhi regarded as a symbol of nationalism, self-reliance, and equality, is made out of cotton. In fact, India held a global monopoly over manufacturing of cotton textiles for nearly 3,000 years until 1500 AD. We now need to bring back that same global dominance from our cotton industry. For centuries now, the cotton sector has generated significant employment for both skilled and unskilled labor and strengthened India's economy. India's cotton ecosystem currently nurtures over 65 lakh farmers and nearly a crore of people who are working in the allied sectors. I would really like to place on record my deep appreciation of the Confederation of Indian Textile Industry and compliment them, congratulate them for the wonderful work they have been doing over the last 50 years. You have completed 50 years of progressive efforts for development of cotton farmers and the cotton textile industry. My compliments to each and every member and to the leadership of City over the last 50 years for your farm level engagements, which have focused on increasing yield and productivity. You have also been instrumental in creating awareness about latest production, plant protection, and nutrient management technologies. I'm sure the various thoughts that Mr. Rajkumar expressed at the beginning of this session will also help the ministry and all policymakers to address the various concerns of your industry, just like we have been doing over the last several years under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's inspirational leadership. In fact, in the last few months itself, several steps have been taken, particularly the extension of ROSCTL until March 24 for apparels and made-ups, the introduction of RODTEP in several new sectors, the removal of anti-dumping duties, the efforts to go towards free trade agreements and comprehensive economic partnerships with developed countries to provide a level playing field and greater opportunities for our cotton textile sector. For the introduction of the PM Mitra scheme yesterday, in which we proposed to have 7 large mega textile parks, and so many other initiatives, the release of all the pending export dues, the promotion of the brand India in cotton textiles. All of these collectively will have a huge impact in the future of the cotton textile industry. Today, we hold the first place in cotton production at 360 lakh bales, which is roughly 25% of the world production. We are a net exporter of our cotton produced in India. However, we now have to make rapid strides also in increasing the yield, productivity, and the quality, improving the quality of the cotton grown by our farmers. As the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has articulated his 5F vision for the textile sector: farm to fiber, fiber to factory, factory to fashion, and fashion to foreign. I think we need to capture the entire value chain in India, also increasingly play an important role for the technical textiles and man-made fibers, so that collectively our textile industry can once again get the preeminent position we used to enjoy once upon a time. We have to solidify our own presence in the world textile map by reinvention, specialization, and capitalizing on our competitive strengths. As Prime Minister Modi said, we have to be vocal for local and take local to global, make in India for the world. For that matter, for the first time under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, we have started getting recognition at the global level for the Indian brand of cotton, which was launched, as I said earlier, on 7th October 2020 as Kasturi Cotton India. Kasturi Cotton has the potential to emerge as brand India's premium raw material worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Rajkumar said, we now need to focus on increasing quality and productivity so that we can increase the yield and the profit margin for our farmers while keeping the cost of cotton at reasonable and competitive levels, both for the domestic and international markets. Our collective efforts are required. हम सबका प्रयास एक साथ करना पड़ेगा to increase our productivity from 457 kilos per hectare, which is our lint cotton production, to 800 to 900 kilos per hectare, which is broadly the world average, 757 kilos per hectare. Our rank today is 34th, which is truly abysmally low, and we need to aspire to be amongst the top 3 productivity countries in the world. Our trash in imported cotton is less than 1%, whereas trash in Indian cotton is 1.5 to 3%. The Textiles Committee has been implementing assessment and star rating of ginning and pressing factories. I hope all our textile stakeholders will take advantage of this ranking and this assessment and star rating and try to improve our production quality in the months and years to come. I would encourage more and more factories to get themselves rated and start the culture of quality. Improvise your processes, bring in modern technology and machinery so that we can truly become globally competitive. I would also like to encourage more farmers to use kapas plucker machines to control contamination at the farm level and make our cotton acceptable at the global market level. Ladies and gentlemen, India is working on suitable interventions for reducing contamination and enhancing productivity in cotton. High-density planting system, drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting, and intercropping are but some of the measures which can help our farmers increase their output, productivity, quality, and income. Our industry should come together to implement more sustainable ways of cotton production in collaboration with cotton research institutes and the farmers themselves. We need to empower cotton farmers by taking the lab to the field through technology transfer. And I would urge all stakeholders to guide us where you require more labs, what type of labs you require, what type of testing equipment you require, so that we can bring labs to your doorstep and make it much easier for our stakeholders to do business. I think motivating farmers through awareness meets and timely advisories for adoption of scientific practices is the need of the hour. And the ease that cotton provides to its weavers should bring ease of living to our cotton growers. Today, an MOU is being entered with GIZ for sustainable development of cotton by capacity building, training, and adoption of best agricultural practices. It will cover 1.5 lakh farmers and culminate and bring about better and larger areas of land for cultivation by increasing the cultivating land area of 90,000 hectares in 4 states, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh. Our aim is to increase the income of our farmers and also expand the economic value of production of the textile sector significantly in the coming months. I would also like to see textile exports tripling from $33 billion last year to $100 billion in the years to come. The burning need is to reduce import dependency and create self-sufficiency of extra long staple cotton and contaminant-controlled cotton. Work is underway on your proposal to boost development of seed chain for newly released cotton varieties and introduction of extra long staple cotton variety. Organic cotton also, friends, has huge potential in the country. India is the largest producer, currently contributing 51% of the world produce. I think we should look for global dominance in this sector also. APIDA has developed standards for chain custody and traceability for certification of cotton fiber from farm to made up and apparels. Cotton byproducts like cotton seed, linters, hulls, meal, and oil hold valuable opportunities for farmers. Wherever there are very small farmers, organizations like City should encourage more people to form farmer-producer organizations and set up these facilities or nurseries or processing of food, of cotton, so that we can give a better value proposition to our cotton farmers. In conclusion, I would like to recall what Mahatma Gandhi ji had said, and I quote, "I see God in every thread that I draw on the spinning wheel. The spinning wheel represents the hope of the masses," unquote. I'm sure that City CDRA will continue their best efforts for betterment of cotton farmers, for a more prosperous future for our farmers, for our workers, for the industry as a whole. And I'm confident that with a holistic vision and possibly a little nudge from us, India will be at the forefront of the global textile industry. And we will become Atmanirbhar, truly self-reliant and self-confident in every sphere of the cotton textile sector, from production to processing to final product for export. My best wishes to all my friends on this very, very important program that you have organized on this International Cotton Webinar, which is coinciding with Global Cotton Day and Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, also with Navratri and the Prime Minister completing 20 years in public service, uninterrupted as the head of a government, first in Gujarat and now in the center. My compliments to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and my best wishes and prayers with you for your safety and your good health. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir, with your permission, an interaction section. I know, sir, you're running out of time. I would only invite 5 people, sir, each 1 minute, and we'll have the proposed vote of thanks. Friends, Minister will have to leave in 7 minutes' time. So now I call upon Ms. Deepali Goenka, CEO and Joint Managing Director, Wellspun India Limited.
So good evening, sir. Sir Minister Piyush. For me, it's a pleasure to be here. And on the World Cotton Day, happy to also share that we have a program called Well Krishi, where we are working with farmers and around 15,000 farmers, 75,000 farm workers with 375 villages to grow sustainable form of cotton. And definitely, I would say that this interdependence between farmers and industry has to be encouraged. As you spoke about the yield that is required, I think this will go a long way. While we spoke about low yield of cotton, I think AI is something that we're really working with the tech startups to see that how we can empower the farmers more. But I think fundamentally, I would just like to share a few things here. Today, happy to share, if you look at the OTEXA data, India's export to USA has increased by 5%. 5% share from China has been taken by India. But there are a couple of things by India's strength in cotton. The challenges that we have today, we are by 2021-22, we'll be just with 50 lakh bales of cotton. So the challenge would be that how we can make India safe for the cotton and the value-added products for the people like us and Wellspun and the apparel manufacturers. So we will have to mitigate this risk tremendously and would need your guidance and help and support how to do it. Because the cotton yarn export was 42% along with cotton and the advantages of course, the export incentives and ROTEP. So India has become an export ground for cotton yarn and cotton. But the value-added products, which you see as a dream, as farm to fashion, will get completely impacted. So definitely that needs to be looked at. And of course, the import, Indian cotton prices are already very, very high, and the cotton costs have gone up tremendously. So, the imported cotton is not competitive for India. 20% impact on whatever we, ship out of this country. So I would really request you, sir, to definitely look into this. And that would be my appeal to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I now call upon Ms. Suchita Jain, Joint Managing Director, Vardhaman Group. Suchita, please go ahead. Suchita Jain, unmute yourself, please. Please unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Good evening, Honorable Minister. Sir, I would not take too much time, but I would like to put 2 important points for your consideration. 10% custom duty on imported cotton needs to be abolished, as Dipali ji also mentioned the same point. It's just repetitive, but I would like to definitely share with you our thoughts. The textile and clothing export business is nominated business, and global buying houses prefer such suppliers, which can offer full basket of products demanded by the customers. As such, if supplier is not able to supply some products due to price incompetitiveness, orders are shifted to some other country or suppliers. due to imposition of 10% custom duty on cotton fiber, India's cost competitiveness in products made from imported cotton has adversely affected. Moreover, some varieties of cotton like Pima and Giza can be imported and as being nominated by customer cannot be substituted by the Indian varieties. If India could not supply such products, all such orders may go to competing countries and along with them, other business can also be diverted. Therefore, it is submitted that 10% import duty on cotton fiber to be please withdrawn. This is the first point. Second point I would like to make, in case duty-free cotton is imported under advanced license scheme for manufacturing cotton yarn for export market, in this case, RODTEP to reimburse taxes and levies, etc., imposed during production process and transportation, inward and outward both of raw material and finished product should be allowed as the same has been actually incurred by the exporter. In our understanding, present RODTP rates on cotton yarn do not include incidence of import duty on cotton. Therefore, ROD on cotton yarn, which is made from imported cotton, should be allowed. At best, RODTEP on raw cotton can be reduced from the RODTP on yarns. Thank you so much, sir. And these are my two requests for consideration. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Jain. Thank you very much.
Sri Sanjay Jayavardhanavelu, Chairman and Managing Director, Lakshmi Machine Works. Sir, you did mention about Lakshmi Machine Works in our interaction last time. So we have Sanjay Jayavardhanavelu, CMD of Lakshmi Machine Works. Sanjay.
Namaskar, sir. First of all, I would like to congratulate you. In a very short time, you have brought in so many measures, I'm sure, which is going to give an impetus for bringing more investment into our industry. For 125 years as a family, we've been woven into cotton from the other part of being machinery suppliers. So today, we're very happy to support the spinning industry in India and globally, right from the raw material to the yarn making. We do see some gaps in technology, which we are addressing as the only Indian machinery maker globally, especially in the area of jet spinning and also the auto cone winding machines. And also in terms of introducing digital and also the IoT and automation to make our Indian spinners far more competitive than what they are. And I'm sure with all your good work and all your new initiatives that we will play an even larger role in the world of textiles. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you very much, Sanjay ji.
Thank you.
Shri Kulin Lalbhai, please. Kulin.
Thank you for the opportunity. I think it's a very exciting time for us in India because I think for the first time, China +1 is becoming real. And it's amazing to see, the level of focus from the policy side on our industry, sir. So thank you for that. I think every month a mega announcement is coming. So I think we have been very, very excited. I think right from RODTEP, ROSCTL, and now the PM Mitra scheme and the PLI scheme. And, at Arvind, we are going to support and participate in all of these. So with PLI, we hope to come in strongly into MMF and continue expanding in technical textiles. And the plug and play model, we have experienced it globally in Ethiopia, and seeing the same coming in India, I think it can be a game changer for a lot of MSMEs and large companies. I think a lot of great things happening, sir. Just a couple of points I would like to raise is that whilst we should scale up in MMF and technical textiles and diversify the product basket, I think the cotton value chain is the golden goose, and we should ensure that the golden goose keeps laying eggs. And that's why I think the competitiveness of Indian cotton will be important with improved yields and global cost structure without duties. I think the other opportunity, which was also spoken about by Dipali ji, is we need to increase value added. And whilst ROSCTL and FTAs will help apparel. The one big opportunity we are missing is that China is eating the world trade as far as fabrics is concerned. Whether it is Bangladesh, Indonesia, or Vietnam, China has 80% market share in fabrics, and most of these countries have import duties on Indian fabrics and none on Chinese fabrics. And even the infrastructure bottlenecks are preventing us from becoming the fabric hub of South Asia. So I think that is the big opportunity we can unlock. And finally, we should not ignore the domestic industry. I think India will produce one of the most exciting domestic demand markets in the world. And I think a fair and just GST will be important. Kapda Roti Makan, I think Kapda should be a very democratic commodity, and seeing it at a potential 15% duty someday is worrying us. So, I mean, these are some of the things which I think could happen to add on to the reform momentum and make the 100 billion vision come true. And I think a lot is on us to step up now and deliver, which we will work very hard to do.
Thank you. Sir, you spoke about the Indian textile machinery becoming competitive, and you also spoke about having looms manufactured in India. Sir, we have Harishankar, Chairman, India Etme Society. Mr. Harishankar.
Thank you, Mr. Rajkumar. Good evening to our Honorable Union Minister, Shri Piyush Goyal. Sir, the textile engineering industry is critical input to the textile industry and to the whole textile chain. So may I please request a more comprehensive approach going forward, with possibly more regular interaction between the Ministry of Textiles and the textile engineering industry, so that we can try and bridge whatever gap that we see at the moment. A strong domestic textile industry, engineering industry in India has also scope for huge 4x revenue earnings, and also we can see a ease of after-sales support domestically, which further encourages foreign direct investment long-term. Also discouraging cheap second-hand imports will also spur on domestic production. Thank you very much, and many congratulations on all the successful projects that you've implemented currently. Thank you.
Thank you. For want of time, the last speaker would be Amit Agarwal, Chairman, Indian Technical Textile Association. Please, Mr. Amit.
Sir, Rajkumar sir, Mr. Amit Agarwal is just about to get into a flight, so I have been given honor to.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please be good.
Good afternoon to Honorable Minister and all the audience. Now, at the outset, from ITA, we profusely thank the Honorable Minister of Textiles, Piyush Goyal ji.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Piyush Goyal ji, for prioritizing the technical textile immediately after taking office and getting the PLI scheme, then PM Mantra sanctioned, and so many other schemes like Mitra and all. Now, sir, we would appreciate another endeavor where that we had an interaction on 3rd of September with your good office about the problems of technical textile, about the HSN code, which is a very tough subject, which we had been actually working on it for quite some time. And now we are very happy to know you with your intervention for the last only about 2 weeks' time, with the help of our Honorable Textile Commissioner and our group, in technical group there, and also from our side, we have actually formulated those HSN codes. Now, since this is a forum on the cotton, we would like to actually, sir, highlight you that there is a huge scope for cotton application in technical textiles. Just a couple of points I just want to shortly mention. Number one is a medical and hygiene segment, which has been going on for number of years, And currently, nearly 2 million bales are consumed for this particular application for the absorbent cotton, then your gauges, bandages, and all this area. Now, there is a huge growth, almost 10% per annum in this area. And there is an enormous export potential of this surgical cotton to the countries like US, EU, and Japan. The other cotton products which use in healthcare industry and different types of swabs, cotton tissues, balls, buds, iPads. So there is a huge potential for this. And organic cotton, as all know, that this is devoid of all the chemicals. So this is the most suited cotton for the manufacturing of these absorbent products, particularly for the medical and hygiene applications. Sir, two more areas, there is immense potential for the cotton. One is the art, digital canvas, and banner fabric, which is mainly used for art application, which involves the coating of a fine chemical on the fabric. This is a very growing market from the current sustainability point of view, which is predominantly is the synthetic fiber industry. And biodegradable cotton, like fiber, these fabrics are already biodegradable. So they have an immense potential for the future. And major consumers, the trend of consumerism is changing in the countries like US, European countries, even China, Australia, and Middle East. So there is a huge potential for export. Sir, only
Dr. Anup, I think if we have anything specifically, we can, give it, represent Mr. Anup. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Rajkumarji, kindly send this across to me.
Yes, I'll send it across, sir. I will
send it across.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rakshit ji. Thank you to Dipali ji, Suchita ji.
To conclude, Kandelia ji will just give a note of thanks, sir. Kandelia ji will just say, Mr. Kandelia ji, please.
Thank you, Rajkumar ji. Respected Sri Piyush Goyal ji, Honorable Union Minister of Textiles, Commerce and Industry and Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Sri Rajkumar ji, Chairman CT, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to everyone. It is a matter of proud privilege for me to propose vote of thanks on behalf of CT. We are indeed grateful to you, sir, for accepting our request despite your extremely busy schedule to inaugurate the cotton webinar and attend this interactive session, which is coinciding with Global Cotton Day, Azadi Ka Amit Mahotsav, and CT Shidra Golden Jubilee celebrations. Sir, the entire textile and apparel industry is enlightened with your thought-provoking speech and guidance, and we are sure that the entire industry will take it very seriously and will come to your expectations. Sir, I know that you are short of the time, but still at the cost of repetition, I would like to mention some little bit only, but I will try to be as brief as possible. Sir, I'm not able to hear you.
I've already heard all the issues. Please don't repeat all of them again.
Okay, sir. Okay,
I've heard everything. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful interaction. I think we can end at that.
Okay, I would like to assure you, sir, that the industry will take all the policy measures very seriously and will participate effectively to come to the expectations of the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister 5F, fiber to factory, factory to fashion, fashion to foreign, all the 5F vision. And we will definitely achieve the target of 250 billion domestic market size and 100 billion export market size by 2025-26. I thank you, all the participants, and we are really again grateful to you. Thank you so much. To be short, I don't repeat anything. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you. All the best to everybody on World Cotton Day. God bless all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Union Minister of Textiles and all other dignitaries for addressing this August gathering comprising the entire textile and the clothing value chain from